One, a special edition. We got Dawn. Help me say your last name.
Risueño.
Risueño, aka Mrs. Nets, to talk
One of the
basketball.
biggest fans.
When I say Nets fans is the best fans, this is who I'll be talking about. You know what I'm saying? Word. Um, I went through her Instagram, found out she a wild celebrity. She met Jason Kidd. She met all of these different players, taking pictures with them, smiling with them. And again, I mentioned Jason Kidd to show you how way back, way back she, you know what I'm saying, as a fan, she go. Um, you know, and again, all smiles. I even seen a scene where I think she had to answer a question and they like called her in the audience and they was asking her something, I think, and she got it right. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that was with Ali Love on the big screen and everything. Oh
Yeah.
my God, we going back some years and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So we're one of the few that still are there from day one of coming to Brooklyn and everything, as far as the season ticket holders concerned, you know. It's not
Yeah.
many of us
One
left.
fan.
Not many.
Yeah. Do you think that transition was love from the fans in Jersey, the fans in Brooklyn? Because I got mixed reactions. Like, how do you feel?
I know the Jersey fans are still angry. Jersey fans are still angry. I've spoken to a lot of them. They get no love. Let's go back to when we first came here. Your mark was all Brooklyn, 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 Brooklyn. Look, I'm from Brooklyn from birth. I love Brooklyn. But
Mhm.
we're the Nets, you know. You can't shove Brooklyn down people's throats and
Mhm.
not give love to the history and everything. You know,
Right.
look at the things up in the rafters. Remember, they were red, white, and blue. He
Mhm.
changed them all to black and white
Mhm.
until we started complaining and everything, and then they changed some of them back to red, white, and blue. But some of them are still, a couple of them are still black and white. It's like, yo, that's history. That's
Mhm.
not current shit. We didn't earn any of that shit here. That's
Right.
all stuff from
Facts.
Jersey that you gotta show love to.
Yeah.
You know,
Let
but
me ask you, because again, I always see you close, rubbing elbows with the likes. Again, like I said, I'm a fan. I'm watching the game. I hear Sarah Cousteau mention your name, like mention your name, first name basis. I was like, yo, like this is incredible. Like,
that's
so,
my girl. That's my
uh,
girl.
so talk to me about the relationship with you and Sarah. Like, y'all go way back.
Well, Sarah and I go back from when she started here, but she sees us on the road a lot and everything.
Okay.
So we make sure that we reach out to her or Ryan or Megan or Christian or whoever is doing the radio guys. We always make sure to go say hi to them when we're on the road so they know that we're in the building and everything like that. So,
Mhm.
you know, I mean, they're really great people. You got to know them on the outside. We went to Mexico one year when the Nets went to Mexico for
Oh
preseason.
wow.
Yeah, so we were down there and everything, you know, everybody's, you know, off the clock, chilling, drinking, hanging, talking, you know,
Yeah.
and everything. So that's how we just got to know them. But that's my girl. It's always love with Sarah and everything, and Megan and the rest of them, you know?
Megan Triplet.
Yeah.
Name dropping big
Yeah.
names.
Wah, wah, wah,
Just
wah.
that's just Sarah and Megan. Don't worry, that's just
Right.
You
Sarah and
know,
Megan.
yeah, because look, like I said, it's really it's you know, it's still crap for women in sports. You know
Mhm.
how hard it is. And especially if you're going through the motions of becoming sideline reporter, then you want to be an analyst, then you want to be play by play. It's rare you see a woman doing play by play in
Mhm.
any sport.
And
So we
what's the capacity of Megan Triplet like? Because she's not doing play by play, but she's definitely reporting the like getting interviews from the players. Like,
Right, she's sideline reporter, and sometimes she'll do the pregame if they don't have Chris in the building, or she'll do half a time report. Now you have Nancy Newman doing the in studio also, you know, at the stadium, yeah, and everything. So they're with the Yes Network, they kind of, you know, do a whole rotation between basketball and the Yankees. So some of them are interchanging because you know Nancy Newman has been baseball forever. with the
Okay.
Yes Network. So now she comes over to basketball sometimes and everything. But Megan, her job is sideline reporter. That's what what's his name used to do, the one that went to Minnesota, the Timberwolves.
Oh, you talking about dude? I,
Exactly.
I'm talking about, but he was our guy, the commentator, the play-by-play guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was
yeah,
great, man.
yeah.
Um,
He's another one of my
right.
peeps and everything. Yo, you know.
Mhm. I
Yeah,
wanted to ask you. I wanted to ask you, since you say you go on the road, where's another arena where you think there's a good net fan presence, where there's a lot of Nets fans at?
you get actually a lot of Nets fans on the West Coast.
Really?
There's a lot of Nets
That's
fans
what's
on
up.
the West Coast and everything. We went to Seattle. You had some Nets fans up there and everything. We've
Mm,
gone to Staples Center. A lot of Nets fans out there. There are people that do travel and everything, but you've got them sprinkled all over the place and everything. So
that's
I
what's
mean
up.
every place we go, we've gotten love from the opposing fans because once we tell them that either we drove out there or flew, they give us the respect because they're like, yo, that's what's up, because not a lot of people do what we do.
I remember I can't remember what game one game. There wasn't a lot of Nets fans in the building. Like, yeah, we got two Nets fans in the building, and it was you and your. I was like, yo, I know.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we went to Utah, I think it was. Wasn't too many fans in Nets fans in Utah and everything like
Mm,
that. Wasn't the, the people that you want to see out there and everything. It's predominantly, Caucasian and everything. But they showed love and everything like that. We had some pictures with a couple of people out there. And they, like I said, once they found out at that time we were driving across country, they were like, yo, you guys are the real deal because you guys came all the way out here driving 6,000 miles to come to see this team. I'm like, well, that's what people do. Well, to us, it's normal, you know?
yeah,
I love that.
but let me ask you, just far as what you like about basketball, like what kind of, how do you want to see the Nets play? Like, what was your favorite team to see play? And
Wow.
like, how do you like what do you think? Like, how do you think that we should play?
That's a good question. I started watching basketball. I want to go back to like say 1990. My ex-fiance was a Nets fan and he took me to my first game in Jersey. And back
Wow.
then we had Derek Coleman, we had Petrovic,
Yeah, Kenny Anderson.
we had Chris Dudley and the rest of them back then and everything. So, I mean, it was totally different. Back then it was defense thing.
Mhm.
You had your shooters, you had Petrovic, you had Coleman, your guys that shoot and everything, but mostly defense. Now everything is offense, 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 offense.
Mhm.
Everything is shoot the
So
three.
so hold on. It's fair to say that it is entertaining to see defense. It is fair to
It
say that.
it is. It is. I don't need all defense.
Right.
I like to see the three. I like to see the floater. I like to see a jump shot. I want to see you, go to that basket. Get to the basket, crash that wall and everything, and make a basket. I want to see you try for a foul as you're going to the basket. I want to see you do something. Don't just
Mhm.
stand there and half-heartedly go against the ball. Oh, there it is. Oh, let me try that. No, it didn't work. Ah, whatever. Someone else will go for the ball.
Yeah, nah,
I mean,
absolutely.
Aggressive play. Some
there's
aggressive play, that defense, that boxing out, that strong plays at the rim. Give me a couple dunks, get the crowd hype. I think
right.
Vince Carter was talking about that a lot last year.
Right. See, I can see Clowney doing that, Claxton doing that, Dayron doing that, and Terrence Mann doing that. We got 4 to 5 guys that can do that. The rest of the guys, just shoot. I want you to shoot. That's what your job is. Look, Cam Thomas was another one that I loved Cam Thomas. I'm a big Cam Thomas fan. I am still a Cam
Me too.
Thomas fan and everything like that. I
Yeah,
think
me too.
you should have gotten something for him. You should have.
Facts.
No
But
way
look,
we let that guy go for nothing.
thank you. I mean, we could have gotten a typewriter, something. Just give me something for him, you
Anything.
know? But look, he
Word.
said if you saw the interview with them the other day, they high-fived him and they said, Cam, what do you get? Cam said, I get buckets. That's
Facts.
all. That's what he wanted, and we used to talk to him, and he said, "Look, I can drop 40 anytime I want to," and
Mhm.
that's what he did. On days, he dropped between 30 to 40 almost every game. I don't
Right.
care. He didn't do no defense. That's not his job. He's a shooter.
Facts.
He's a shooter. Let him shoot. Let Dayron do the defense. Let Terrence Mann do the defense.
True.
Clowney, Claxton. That's your job. That's what you got there for. Come
Right.
on.
Right.
Let
In
the
all
man just shoot
fairness,
the
chat, I
ball.
want to say that I did not steer the conversation this way. I just want to say that, but I
Nah,
ain't gonna
because
say no piece about Cam Thomas now that we
it's
here.
definitely a running joke that Breeze is the biggest Cam Thomas. So the audience definitely getting on him. You only like Cam Thomas like the rest of the team. But he's definitely a big Cam
Nah,
Thomas.
you know what it is, Dawn, and I know Dawn can relate to this. It was the fact that they got us to be on board about player development. And I was telling them from the jump, like they need to be attentive to Cam Thomas
Right.
because when I like first got serious about content creation, when the season was over with, like just still paying attention to basketball, I'll see that we drafted Cam Thomas, and I was paying attention to him in the summer league. And after the summer league was over, I went and watched his highlights at LSU. So I was kind of like tapped in, like, yo, they giving him the green light. They had him putting up a lot of shots. I seen him get a game winner in the summer league. He won the summer league. You know what I'm saying? Co MVP. So I was just like, yo, with him having KD, Harden, all these players in front of him, if they put him in a rotation, we could be kind of dangerous. Hence,
Right.
he beat the Spurs and he beat the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? With buzzer beaters, type situation as a rookie. So I'm like, yo, of course they got to build around him. You know what I'm saying? Make him a number one option. And again, like I said, I'm watching basketball, so I'm critiquing it, like watching him and what they do, and I'm just like, yo, they even implement him in the office the right way. They don't know what they doing with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching the Bucks the other day. Sorry to say that real quick. I tuned in at halftime real quick to see there's a,
It's all
and then I
right.
turned right back. You know what I'm saying? So and then,
Hey,
but
you a
but they
basketball fan. It's okay. As long as you ain't watching the
right,
Knicks,
like
we can't do that.
right.
There we go. There we go.
We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. I seen him grab the rebound, give the ball to Cam Thomas, him break the half court trap. They couldn't even trap Cam Thomas on the Bucks. He was just breaking it, just running right past it. So I'm just saying, again, like I said, I know what the narratives are, but I just think, far as player development, they missed out on Cam Thomas. I know they big on player development now, but they missed out on him. And for what it's worth, Daron Sharp's part of that 2021 draft class. They kept Daron
Right.
Sharp. He just had 19 and 12 the other day. At least we still got Daron Sharp. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, I do
Right.
miss Cam Thomas, but at least they ain't mess up the Daron Sharp. But it's two different things, Don. You know what I'm saying? It's two
Yeah,
different
yeah.
things.
Oh, I know. Look, when we had him and we had KD and Kyrie and Harden, whatever. KD was out that first year and whatever have you. And we,
Mm.
like you said, we thought we were gonna develop around Cam and stuff like that. We were gonna have some stuff. Then we had, Kenny Atkinson. We had the dude before Kenny Atkinson. They didn't really want Cam. Remember they used to put Cam on the damn bench, and we're like, yo, what are you doing?
Steve
Put the
Nash,
man in
Shaq
there.
Ball. Yeah.
They had no idea how to use him. Then Kenny Atkinson didn't want to play him at all.
You
He'd
talking about
sit
Steve
there. Then
Nash? You mean Steve
r-
Nash?
right, Steve Nash. He didn't want to play him at all. He would put him on the. He would sit there. Then he'd give him garbage minutes and everything like that. And then it
Mhm.
was like, yo. And then after Steve Nash, the interim Vaughn, he didn't play him for a while and everything. It's like, yo, what are you doing? And
Sure.
then
It would
with
it would piss
Ed,
me off so much that the other team announced would be happy Cam is going to the bench or that. Like we got that Cam Thomas kid isn't out there because he'd be scoring. It's like
yeah, well that's the
how do
whole
other
thing.
teams announcers see it, but our coach don't see it.
That's the whole thing. Cam's out there, buckets, 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 buckets. All right. Hot hand. What do? They take him out. They sit him down. Next thing you know, the opposite team is coming within 2, 3, points and everything. It's like, why? Because Cam Thomas is not on the field. It was just crazy. Then they're like, oh, well, he has a bad attitude. Well, maybe because he's not playing. Maybe that's why he's
Right,
got a bad attitude. Oh, he's
right,
not a team player. Really? I never heard anybody say that Cam was not a team player. All right, so he's not the kind of guy to stand up and cheer all the time and everything like that. All
right.
right, but I mean, you're shitting all over him and everything. What do you want him to do?
Hmm.
You know?
It,
So
it,
I mean,
that's why I was upset because I felt like, the fans don't have a voice. They're just gonna do whatever with Cam Thomas. But then there was a lot of fans that was going against Cam Thomas too, Nets fans too. And I was
yeah,
just like, yo, why are we here? Why y'all Mr. Misunderstanding? I got nothing against the rookies that we drafted, but to make it seem like Cam Thomas was in the way, it's not true. The truth
no,
is that Nolan Traore is somebody that plays downhill. This is the way Cam Thomas got to the NBA. If you watch his game and look at his shot attempts behind the 3-point line and in front of the 3-point line, his game
right,
was getting inside the 3-point line, getting to the rim, getting to the midi, and just that was just dangerous in itself. You know what I'm saying? Because he had handles and he's strong. You feel me? He physical,
right.
but he don't play above the rim. So y'all could say that if y'all want. He don't play above the rim. He ain't gonna dunk on you, but he get to the rim. You feel what I'm saying? So
Right,
I just look at
but
it
that's not
like
his job. His job is not dunking. That's not the type of guy he was. I mean, how many
right,
times did Jason Kidd dunk?
right,
You
right.
know,
I seen you with a
that's
picture. I seen you with a picture of Jason Kidd too.
right.
Just you know what I mean. Just throwing that in there.
You know,
Word.
I mean, but that's not their job. You have other guys that are gonna do the dunking. Like I said, Clax is gonna dunk, Clowney's gonna dunk, Dayron's gonna dunk, Terrence Mann is gonna dunk. I don't care that Cam Thomas didn't dunk. I know
Mm,
Traore might dunk here and there, but that's not his type of style either.
true.
He's like, he's like Bugs Bunny the rabbit. And so I mean,
Yeah,
Right.
that dude is fast. He
Yeah.
is fast. You
Yeah.
yeah.
know,
He,
And you seen him in the actual game. I haven't been to a game and seen Nolan Traore. His speed is really like that in person
his
too.
speed is really, really good. And I've gotten to see him in the G League. So remember, I've watched them
Okay.
in the G League because we go to Long Island also. So we
All
see
right.
them down there.
didn't
That's
you
how we meet
recently
everybody.
go to a game in Montreal?
Yes, I did because they were
That,
playing in Montreal. Yeah.
who did they play in Montreal? What was going on with that?
Because they're expanding to international and everything.
Okay,
So they went to so they for the last 2 years they've gone to Montreal to play
Mm,
different teams. This year they played for this month they played the Nobleville Boom, who's a
okay,
G
nice.
League of the Indiana Pacers
okay.
Okay.
and everything. So Montreal is a great city, very, very responsive to basketball. You know, Toronto has the 905 G League and everything, but that's Toronto. Montreal wants their own team. And they're very, very receptive to having the Nets up there, get good crowds out there and everything. All the merchandise sells out fast. Lay Nets, Montreal, and everything. I mean, they're buying up everything that they can with when we go up there and stuff. So, but yeah,
Mm.
I went up there. They were up there for 2 days and everything. I went up there just for the last game and stuff, to represent
Oh,
and everything. So,
Dawn, so hold on, Dawn. Let me ask you, just more to continue in the style of play. How do you feel about all of the 3 pointers? Do you think we should have some balance? Should we play inside the 3 point line more? Like, how do you feel? How do you feel?
the it's funny. I'm gonna do a comparison. The three pointers all the time remind me of the Yankees wanting to hit the home run all the time.
Right.
The Yankees are built on the 3-run homer and everything like that. And this is what the Nets remind me of, like the Warriors, the threes, the threes, the threes. I don't mind it too much, but if you're not reaching the bucket, if you're not reaching the rim, move in a little bit. Give
Mm,
me a two. Give me a floater. Give me a mid-range jumper, which is kind of non-existent now.
mm,
You rarely see, and that's not their type of thing that Jordy does. He doesn't really want them doing the mid-range jumper.
mm. Let
Either you
me.
do
that.
either you do the
What?
three or you come in.
So, but that's what I'm asking, Don. The mid-range jumper. Let me hug it before it leaves me. So, like, is it a way that we could keep the mid-range jumper? Any of the personnel on our roster, you think they should be taking the mid-range? Who you like? Maybe opening the
Well,
next part of the game.
Traore is good with that. I think
Okay.
Wolf should do it more because his 3-pointer ain't that good. So I think he needed I think he need to come in a little bit on that one and everything. But sometimes he reminds me. He reminds me of the saying that Kobe used to say: "Just keep on shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, you'll hit it and stuff." Sometimes you're not gonna hit it. Sometimes you got to change your style and just move in a couple of feet. But I
Mm-hmm.
like the mid range jumper. I like the floater.
Right.
I like guys aggressive coming into the basket and making a play that way, because a lot of times, like I said before, if you don't come in, you're not gonna get a foul. Make a
Right.
foul, get a
Get
foul.
get th-
You know.
get 3 points the old fashioned way.
Thank you. Do
Yes.
it that way. If you know your 3 pointer range shooting that way, if you're not hitting the bucket, come in, charge the basket, get a two, and get a foul. We don't
Mm-hmm.
do that enough.
And that
Right.
puts
And I
pressure on the
totally agree.
defense.
We
And
we we
put
checked.
pressure on the defense, get their best players in foul trouble, and now
Yeah,
we could capitalize on that when they have to come out of the game. I
E-
feel like
exactly. But see,
that's
that's
part of
that's
that's
the
true.
that's not how they play basketball, over here and everything like that. Everything is either you're outside on the perimeter or you're coming all the way in and getting it that way, but you're still not getting a foul because you're not aggressive enough.
But that's what I'm saying. Brooklyn basketball, that's the real style. They're coming and not necessarily representing the way we play basketball. And I do agree that catch and shoot is a skill, but you need somebody to break down the defense. Now, all I'm saying is, yeah, this is a bold take to say that Nolan Traore has the same style of play as Jason Kidd. I think the difference is the defensive rebound and the defense itself. Jason
Right.
Kidd has that over them, but you cannot trap Nolan Traore. I watched them try to trap Nolan Traore at the half court line. You can't do it. But what I was trying to get to was Nolan Traore's speed allows Noah Clowney and Diego Domen to get catch and shoot. They don't have to put the ball on the floor. He's so
Right.
fast. All you got to do is kind of like shadow where he goes and stay close to him if the defense try to cheat over and steal or something like that, and he'll find you. He can, his IQ is there too. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like his IQ is really there. He
It
is
is.
helping me get past the Cam Thomas pain. He is, you know what I'm saying? But it's still there a little bit, you know what I mean?
But they worked really well with him down in the G League, and that's what I give Long Island
Mm.
over any other team is their development down there is
Mm-hmm.
by far none the best in the
Yeah,
league
we always
of
talk about
and
that.
of any team that does the development. Long Island, their guys are top notch. And I
Yeah.
give it to them because if you've ever watched a game or even by passing one of my guys down there, Tyson Etienne. Oh my God,
Mm-hmm.
I love this guy, and I told them down there. I said you got to find a team for him to play on. If
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to be with Brooklyn, you got to find an NBA team for Tyson to be on. Because he's the kind of guy also catch and shoot, but
Mm-hmm.
he will crash the basket and give you, a foul. He'll give you that aggressiveness and everything like that. But his
Mm-hmm.
mostly thing is the catch and shoot from the corner wings and everything like that. I mean, I cannot talk enough about this guy. I mean,
Yeah.
he is fantastic.
Okay. I don't know if they're gonna
you
give him a
heard it.
chance to
You
keep it
heard it
real.
here first.
Yeah, right. Shout out to Dawn. Dawn, she rooting for you, Tyson. I don't know if the Brooklyn Nets gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But what about the new guy that we got? I forgot how to pronounce his name. Ocha. You know what I'm saying?
Um, Not Agaba, was it Agabadi?
Agabali, I think. Yeah,
Something
him.
like that. He only got a
I
couple of
seen him.
garbage minutes the other day and everything
Mhm.
like that. So you don't know too much about him just yet because he hasn't had enough time on the floor, you
He
Right.
know?
played some decent defense in them garbage minutes. That's all.
Yeah, I've seen
Two
that.
steals, the 2 blocks. He,
Right.
he was playing some defense.
He remind me a little bit
On your
of
hoop.
Powell. He remind me a little bit of Powell with his
Okay.
defense and everything like that. Their games are a little bit similar for what I saw and everything. The
Mhm.
one that I think needs a little more seasoning. I mean, look, I know the rookies, it's their first year. It's a
Yeah,
difference between college and the NBA, but some people need a little more seasoning is Saraf.
right.
Saraf, I think, needs a
Need
little
some
bit
sazon.
more. Yes,
Saraf
he
needs some
definitely.
sazon.
Yes, he can use a
Some
little bit of
adobo, some
sazon and
sazon.
some sazon. Yeah,
Some
he
adult.
can use it. Yeah, he can use a little bit of that and everything like that. I
Right.
mean, it wouldn't hurt him. He was down at the G for a little while and everything. He did pretty well. Came back up here. Now it's like he lost he lost everything.
Yeah, he had 40 in the G League. Word.
Yeah, he was, big dog down there. He was doing very well, but you know how it is. You go down there, it's a difference between the guys in the G and the guys in the NBA. In the NBA,
Yep.
they gonna hit you hard and stuff.
Hmm. Yeah, no, again, and I agree with you. We've been always kind of saying the same thing in other words, acknowledging what they do with the Long Island Nets, and they made a starter out of Clowney. You feel what I'm saying? They Cam Thomas went down there to G League, dropped like 60. They said, "All right, go back to the Brooklyn Nets."
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Clax was
it was a
down there.
yeah, Clax, Nolan Troyari played some good basketball. And to be honest with you, that's why I kind of expected more from Danny Wolf, because I felt like he went to the G League and he was crushing it. You know what I mean? After
We
like some of the stuff that he was doing, I didn't want him to go back to the G League, but now I'll be like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
we won't touch that subject at the moment.
I
Some
I
things got to
think
be off camera to talk about.
I think
but let me ask you
the
this.
best part of Danny
Yeah.
Wolf game is him passing the ball. And I don't know him, like he's a big man and he's best at dribbling the ball and passing the ball. Because he one of those games he was setting Dayron up with some real nice passes under the rim. And I
He
love
was
to
going
see that because
downhill though.
Dayron is
That's
my
when he
boy.
going downhill.
Right,
Right. But I
right.
don't know.
Well,
Nah,
look,
Go
you
when
ahead.
when he
when
going
when you know
downhill, he's
when you
good.
know your offense, exactly. When you know your offense ain't hitting right, you got to do your assists and everything else. You got to do something,
Yeah. You gotta
because
contribute some way.
right, like I said, because that three ain't hitting it, boy. He'll take like 10 shots and maybe get two. And it's like, dude, either you come in or just pass the ball to somebody else and let somebody else make the thing. So someone's got to do it. If it ain't you, let it be somebody else. So,
Nah, facts. And I think that's why, again, patience, Nets fans. One thing you're gonna learn this season is patience. But on that note, you got Traeger, Diego Domen. He going to the rookie All Star joint. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I low key thought he might have made the 3-point contest, but let's slow our net fan roll, right? It's all good. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
he's been impressive behind the 3-point line. I know Jordy Fernandez loved that. How do you feel about him going to the rookie All-Star weekend? How you
I
feel about
I think they did that correctly. I like that. I like he's for me, he's the one with the most growth out of all the rookies, I would say so far, and then Nolan second. But I think that was a good thing. Like I said, it'll be good for him to get some more exposure and everything like that. They use him well. They can probably use him a little bit more and stuff like that. But I think it was a good deal for him to go, you know?
what about him at the 2 instead of the 1? How you feel about that?
I don't know. I mean, how much of a difference is there and everything? Right now, with the way the guys are playing, everybody has to play every role. They don't keep anybody just at one role. They want you to be universal and able to slide into a two if you're a one, or slide into a four or a five and stuff like that. They want you to play all roles. That's the type of basketball that I've seen them use the last couple of years. So, there's no more, oh, you're just a center. That's your job. You're just a guard. No, you see guard, forward, power forward. Everybody's got multiple jobs right now.
But that's
So
the part. But that's the part that I don't like. I don't want to really see Nolan Traore be more than a point guard. I just need to see him be a true point guard. I like Nolan Traore just as much as I like Diego Domen. I might like him more than I like Diego Domen. The reason why is because I feel like, and I wanted to, kind of revert back this conversation to Jason Kidd, is because I feel like that's how the Nets feel like they got to win. They want to start from the point guard. The significance of them even going so heavy with the
right.
three guards with Sarav, Nolan Traore, and Diego Domen. And I don't think they miss. I like the backcourt of Nolan Traore, and I like the back and Diego at the 2. And I think the major difference is that I've seen Diego get a lot of pressure on him when he was trying to dribble the ball. And my thing is that's fine. You ain't got to develop your handle this season. You can wait until next season. Just continue to shoot the ball at the high clip that you shooting at. If you can continue
Right.
to do that, then we rocking with you because this is part of the game that you comfortable with. When you look at we go through the shot selections Dawn on the podcast. And again, I gotta thank you. Before you got here, my audience, I checked before I got here. It's 99.4% men, 0%
See?
women. So
I told you.
maybe, just maybe, more women will start watching the show and the fan base will grow. You know, you're
I
welcome.
hope so.
Y'all
I
all
hope
welcome. You know
so,
what I'm
man.
saying?
I hope so.
Word.
Because there are a lot of women sports fans out there and everything like that. And not knocking you guys, but most of the time guys would be like they mansplaining. Let me mansplain. I don't need you to mansplain
I
any
never said
sports to
that.
me.
For the
That's
record,
what
I
I'm
never
saying.
said that.
Yeah. I mean, dude, we would go to my husband and I would go to card shows or sports shows, and everything like that. And then my husband will start telling somebody, I got my ladies' lair. As you see, I got this is my room. This is my room that I'm in. This is my ladies' room.
Liar.
You
No, that
know,
wow. Oh, nah.
this is my ladies' lair and everything like that. Yeah.
Yo,
Oh wait.
you got more Nets hats than I seen at the store when I went earlier.
Yeah. Here. This is my room.
Yeah,
Wow.
let them know one more time.
This is my stuff and everything. So this is
That's
only half. This
incredible.
is only a little bit of the hats that I have. But my
Nah,
husband
you
starts
always do
talking.
have on a fresh Nets hat every
Oh,
time.
thank
Yeah,
you.
Hmm.
you,
See?
Yeah.
but you got
Yo, I'm
Yankee
not
stuff.
gonna
You got
lie.
Liberty stuff. You got
Yeah,
sports stuff. Like
Yeah. Yeah. I,
give
I
no,
like I
things.
no,
said,
serious. Serious. I actually
but
I've got this hat today just for this show because I knew you was gonna have on a fly hat. So I had to, you know what I'm saying, go
Oh,
get right
I
real
put
quick.
I,
You know what
I
I'm saying?
put my hat on too.
right. See, I got to add the little accoutrements on the side there and everything like that.
Okay,
Man.
okay.
So gotta always gotta have something on and everything. But I'm also rocking an Aaron Judge shirt because it is, start of spring training and everything like that. So gotta
Mhm.
represent for my Yankees and stuff. But you start talking about, oh, I got this, and this. Men don't want to hear that. They're like, oh, well, whatever, whatever. I'm like, yo, man, I'm a sports fan. I love
But
sports.
they don't know you've been to more games than they watched on
Thank
TV.
you. Thank you.
Right.
I got friends that never been to a game. They're fans, but they've never been to a game. I'm like, dude, you're like 60 years old. You've never been to one game in your life. Oh, well, we got this. Yo, you can find a ticket for $5. You could back in the
Right.
Jersey days, tickets were 75 cents.
Right.
So
And
you
then
can't
like
tell
you
me.
never, yo, Dawn, I agree with you. Like, and it is about the experience because you never know what you're gonna get. I remember going to a game with Jay. I didn't know that I was gonna go over there, and when I got there, before I got in to watch the game, I would be Millie rocking on a jumbotron. Who would know? I was. It's a whole story. Like I was going there, they was asking people to come. Jay was like, I was like, yo, you want to go? He was like, you better go. Like if you gonna go, we gonna go. We gotta go now. So we went over there. We started dancing in front of the camera, Millie rocking, and they put it on the jumbotron. I used to know
See?
my intro on my show for like three months. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I wish I still had the content. I would have put it up there. So again, I'm saying that to the fans that never been to a game or probably shy away from going to the game. You never know
Right.
what kind of experience it is. The Barclays is really dope, and you should go to a game. You're gonna meet great people. I met Dawn in real life. She's really dope. And she
Thank you.
gave me her word. She said, "Yo, I would come on your show and do the interview." And you see, she here. You see, she
I'm
pulled
here.
up. You know what I'm saying? So
Anytime you want me to come back, just let me know. I will make time for you guys and everything like that.
look who in the chat. Look who in the chat.
You
Look who
know?
in the chat. Look,
Oh, hey
shout to
Keith.
Key.
What's
Key
up,
pulled up.
Keith?
See, this to me, this is full circle because the first time I seen Dawn on the podcast was on his podcast. You feel what I'm saying? So you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Shout out to Keith. You know what I mean? He said, "Good to see y'all got Dawn hat on talking Nets back in the day, Queen of the Barclays." Yeah.
Queen of the Barclays, let us know.
Yo, and Keith and I go back to Yankee Stadium and everything like that, you know? So we
hmm
go back some
Talk no
years and
talk to
everything.
us about that because this is not just about the Nets. This is about you as a fan. So I wanted to celebrate you as a fan because again, my name is Big Fan Breezy, and in my travels, I meet bigger fans than me. I meet big fans and bigger fans than me, and it's dope. You know what I'm saying? So talk to us. Talk to the relationship between you and Keith. How y'all met through
If
the
we talk
Yankees. We
about
want to
big
hear about
fans, Dawn is like a windmill, like a big fan, like that type of
it.
fan.
Right.
I
Absolutely.
remember seeing Keith way back when he was in the fan cave show. You know, it was something like Big Brother, but it was for super duper fans and everything. And Keith was on there and everything. And I actually met him like through my son and stuff. So Keith and I go way back because we've been in the Bleacher Creatures together back in the day and everything like that. And I'm an original
No, no,
Bleacher.
talk to us. What's whoa, slow down, slow down. What's bleacher
Yeah,
creature?
slow it
What's that?
down,
What's that?
slow it
What's
Oh,
that?
down.
sorry,
Yeah,
sorry, sorry.
hold it
Ble-
down.
What?
at
Talk to us.
Yankee
Talk to us.
Stadium, the bleacher creatures are like the block and like the Mets seven line
All right.
army. So
Okay.
I'm an original bleacher creature from back in the 80s. My first game was 1982,
Mm.
going to Yankee Stadium and everything like that, sitting out in the bleachers. I used to go to there with $1.50, no lie.
Mm.
75 cents to get a ticket and 75 cents for a bucket of popcorn. and
Yeah.
that's and that's how we
Making
used
that
to roll
popcorn
back in the
stretch for the whole
yo
game.
man, you got that big old bucket of popcorn,
Yep,
75
yep.
cents and everything. That thing was, oh man, we had a good old time back and then. And that's how we used to meet the players because my cousin and I would get there early after school. We'd be the first ones at the stadium. We used to see the players' cars come off the highway and everything like that. So we got to meet them. We would get autographs. They would stop. They would know us. We knew their families. We used to hang out with some of their families on weekends, spend the weekend over because we grew up with Ken Griffey Jr. because his dad used to play with the Yankees. So Griffey Jr. is our age. So we grew up together. He was in love with my cousin. He used to chase her around the stadium. Toby
Oh
Harris'
wow.
son. Yo, we got some stories and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
yo, I was the my one of good friend of mine. His favorite player was Ken Griffey Jr.
okay.
Pete actually. Okay. His
Okay.
Yeah.
favorite player is Pete, Ken Griffey Jr. And yeah, only connection I got is I used to have a Seattle Mariner hat when I was a little kid.
Okay.
Well, 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 I was about to say, Dawn, I always see you with the players film because I remember one day at one of the Nets game, I walked up and I think you were talking to Jalen Wilson's mom or aunt or somebody. He had him
Yeah,
on the back of
yeah.
the jacket, and I was like, "Oh snap, for real? This is mom." Yeah,
Yo, like
that
I
was
said,
crazy.
we since we go to Long Island, we get to meet everybody. And Long Island is close and personal. They got an autograph signing after every game, two players and everything. Families there, you talk to the family, you get to meet everybody. That's how we met Clowney, because we saw Clowney's mom at the game one day in Long Island. And I said, "Isn't that Clowney's mom?" Because we saw her at the draft on TV. And we just started talking to them and everything like that. So that's how, family down there, it's a very close knit group of people. Family, nobody's uppity or anything like that. And you just, you start talking and it transfers over into the NBA. But same thing with
Yeah.
baseball. Baseball, we used to hang out with the families. Like I said, we grew up with Griffey at the time and everything. Grew up with Mike Eastler's kids and stuff like that. So just
No,
still
incredible.
keep in contact and everything.
Yeah,
That's
no,
cool.
incredible. I know you got some great memories. I just wanted to shout the super chat out. Shout out to Lee 4788 here, moderator on this page. He sent his handle, youtube.com/at Lee 4788. Y'all can subscribe to him there. He said he the smartest in the room. Hashtag smartest in the room. Okay. That's
Shout
his
out to
super
Leaf,
he
man.
he
chat.
must be hanging out with what's his name, our old number 8, Spencer Dinwiddie.
Oh man.
Man, Dinwiddie was my boy when he was here. I liked Dinwiddie when he was here. Yeah,
Dinwiddie one was good, but Dinwiddie two came back with an
right.
attitude and everything
Mm-hmm.
like that, and
Right.
he was always like, the smartest man in the room and stuff like that, But shout out to Dinwiddie, man.
He had his own sneaker, I was here. I
I
told a
still have
fan,
it. I got two
Oh,
pairs.
you got a
you
pair
got
of
two
Dinwiddies?
pairs.
I got two pairs of Dinwiddie sneakers. I'm looking at one pair right now.
Look at that. See, that's what I'm saying.
Hold on,
Dawn
no,
is a
no,
big fan.
let us get the review. Let us get the
Wait,
review.
wait, hold on a second. Hold on
Yeah,
a
let's
second.
get the review on the Dinwiddie shoe. Yeah, this is the type of content I be telling y'all about. I get exclusive content. I get Dinwiddie shoe review content, man. Talk to him,
Y'all
dog.
don't got the Dinwiddies?
Okay, wait. There I go.
Y'all don't
Hold
got
on a second.
Dinwiddies.
Hold on a second. We got to do this right and everything. All right, here's the box.
Okay,
Okay.
that's tough.
Okay.
I like the box.
All right, that's what the box looked like. We're gonna open it up. Bam.
Yeah, those are
Mm,
the ones that I remember, the ones that go with the
yeah,
Coogee print jersey that they
I
wearing
said
now.
if I
All
was
right.
going to buy them, those are the ones I said I was going to buy. Those is clean.
Yeah, yeah. These are size 7. So yeah, I
How's
got
the comfort? Are they hoop sneakers? How's the comfort?
the comfort wasn't bad. It's a little snug. It's a little
Okay.
snug and everything like that. But I've never worn these. I said I'm just gonna keep them and everything like that. And you never know. May get, if I ever run into Dinwiddie, have him sign it or something like that and whatever have you. But I actually
Yeah.
got 2 pairs.
Nice.
Okay.
I got 2 pairs and everything. So,
But
I'm
so you got two of the same pair, or you got
yeah, no, because that's the only pair he had out and everything. He didn't do
okay,
anything different about it. So I just got 2 pairs and everything, just in case. You never know,
Right. Right.
so but let me see. Let me see. I don't know could I change this?
listen,
Could I fix?
that's real. Like I've never seen one up close in person, never seen another fan with it. Like
Well,
I told y'all, man,
we're
next
gonna
fans
take
is
you
the
on a
best
little
thing.
thing. Here, this is the hallway.
Oh
Okay.
wow. Oh, and I just wanted
Yeah.
to say this, and this is not no shade. I gotta say this, but a lot of people be giving credit, and rest in peace, Mrs. Whammy. A lot of people be giving credit to Mr. Whammy and Mrs. Whammy, but you and your man be putting it down. Y'all be at the games, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all be at
Thank
the
Right.
you.
games too, you know what I mean? I know they
Yeah,
overlook y'all, but I be, look,
and right.
I
It's
see, you know what I'm
okay.
saying?
It's okay. This is my little thing here. This is, like I said, I'm a big Don Mattingly fan from day one and everything. So this
I'm
is
a
my little
huge
pride and
guy, man.
joy, my little Don Mattingly in the
Mm,
hallway and everything. You know.
mhm. Shout out to Claude Smith said Dawn is a genuine bona fide sports fan. Oh,
Yeah. Well, we're getting some more hats here.
Right.
wow.
That's the Yankee side. We got some Liberty on this side.
Yeah, you going so fast.
Oh, you trying to check out the fits, huh?
Ah,
You trying to check out the
Nah, this
fit?
is tough, yeah.
Yeah, wait,
Some of
wait.
those hats I never
Look,
seen. Those
I
Yankee hats,
read, I
those are the first
read.
time I seen
I
them.
got a
oh yeah.
library.
That's a lot of books.
I
Triple
read,
red.
Mm.
right?
You know
And
that Dawn, I was reading the Teen Neck to Brooklyn. That's the last book I was reading.
okay, all right. I got
I'm
that
reading
book
it.
too. See,
Yeah.
some
He said
more.
it. I was talking to him. He said he got another book that just dropped too. He on tour right
Okay,
now.
all right.
What's the guy's name again? Because you said, oh yeah, never mind. I don't want to
Rick
blow it up.
Laughlin. Rick
Yeah.
Um,
Laughlin. Yeah, nah, it's
yeah,
cool.
I have it somewhere. I don't know where it's at, but I do
Oh,
believe I have it. I had this whole row here. Right here is all sports books and everything.
okay.
So, yeah, this is we're not done. I got you see the hats. I got some more. Don't
Yeah,
mind the
yeah,
mess, guys. Don't mind the mess.
yeah.
But
No, listen, you got that look like a wall of legacy. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
tell
Right.
you,
Right.
got
word.
some more.
Right.
See, got some more
Yeah.
books too. More books, more books.
Wow.
But I'm not done. I'm not done. We
Did
take
you
it.
ever read that book? The called. About how Kareem, we were supposed to get Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and then we didn't get him. Luau when he was Luau Sender. Yo, Jay, am I bugging? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah,
Okay.
we
No, you
lost
ever heard
Jay.
about uh that game about I mean that book about Luau Sunda, how we almost got him, but he went to the Bucks.
I
It's
heard
called
about it. I don't have it though. I heard about it and stuff.
Man.
Look at all the picks that we had over the years. What could have happened? Who we
Mm-hmm.
could have had, and everything like that.
Word.
So here, here, some more
Let me
books, so you could
okay.
see.
That's a library right there. Seriously.
Yeah, yeah. So you know,
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Yo, this is a thorough because again, like I'm saying, this is all visual. You know
oh
what I mean? Like it's one thing for you to say, you
here.
actually gave us a tutorial. Nah, seriously, you gave us a tutorial. Just yeah, shit, word. Shout out to
I'm
This
telling
Is Great TV, man. Where you at, man? But
you.
yeah, yo, and I gotta say, while Jay not here, always spoke highly of you.
Thank you.
Every time I see Jay, he be like, "Yo, I see Dawn. You know Dawn. Yo, when I seen that, she hooked me up. Yo, I was starving, bro. Yo, she hooked me up. I got some nuggets and some fries. Yo, she had me eating good out there. Like, yo, I was eating good. Dawn had me eating good. I appreciate Dawn.
Yeah,
Jay,
it's always right, Jay. It's always love and everything like that. I told you, if you come when you come to a game, you're gonna get some food.
No, I already know, and I appreciate that because every time I come, like, you trying to eat? You trying to eat? Thank you.
Yo, telling you,
yeah.
bring a Ziploc and shit.
I ain't, I ain't gonna turn down no food
Eat
now.
something in my pocket. That's
Yo, I'm telling you, I ain't got to cook for a couple of days. Bring home some burgers. My husband got burgers for breakfast and shit.
word.
Oh,
That's that
shit.
season ticket holder magic right there.
Yo,
Mhm.
man, I'm telling you, as I said, we always think about, oh, it's the money and everything like that. Can we afford to continue going and stuff like that? But then I'm like, I can't give up my seats. I love where I sit. And if I ever decided to stop 1 year and want to come back, I'll never get those seats again. And
Right.
I've had those seats from the beginning and stuff. I just can't, I can't. They know they got us. They know they got us. Where we going?
Mhm.
Right.
Two, and
So
then one of the last things that I wanted to say was again, there's no female presence. You know what I'm saying? And it is refreshing to hear basketball perspectives from women because it is conversation. And for what it's
right.
worth, the WNBA, I got women got their own league, so definitely, this whole thing about, just having a one demographic, a 99.6 male graphic. That's not because I'm not inviting. What is it? You know what I'm saying? Are we too tough? Are
I
we talking basketball too rough? Are we yelling at each other too much? Are we too aggressive? Like,
no.
what?
The thing
Like,
is,
are
a
we
lot.
too much of a guy type of podcast with women? Like, yo, look, they act like guys. They just, you know what I'm
No, it's
saying?
not. It's not. It's sometimes it is that, but sometimes men don't let women have that voice. That's why there are women groups only for women for sports. I belong to a Yankee ladies group. We're like, I mean, family. This group is like 5,000 strong.
Mm.
We
All right.
have, we have our outings. A lot of them go down to not even spring training. They have ladies camp. It's like 4 days, just like that fantasy camp for men. They have fantasy camp for women. Finally, women go down there. They give you the uniform. They teach you, the game. You play baseball and everything. The players are there to coach you and stuff like that. I mean, women are here. We are here. We ain't going nowhere. There's nothing more dangerous than a woman with a brain
Nice.
that likes sports,
Facts.
When
and
I
a
first
Facts.
minority woman at that.
when I first
So
came to
come
the
on.
BK
Yeah.
block, I could tell that you were Nets fan royalty, and I was like, yo, I gotta know her. I gotta know her. Like, because she's out here doing it right for the fans. And as a female fan, you still one of the biggest fans out there.
Thank
So
you.
female, male, whoever. So I think And then once I started really seeing your content, seeing how much you travel with the team and going in with the G League team, not even just the big league team,
Right.
I feel like all of that is important, and people don't realize that. So,
No.
Like,
And the same thing is we do the same thing for the Liberty. Where
mhm.
I've been a huge Liberty fan since day one, back in the garden and everything like that. I put a ban on them when they went to Westchester. I was like, I'm not doing Westchester because Dolan put them out there to languish. He didn't care. So I
Mhm.
wasn't doing Westchester, and I didn't go when they were playing at the 6 games at Radio City Music Hall. Come on.
Mhm.
Basketball and Radio City Music Hall. How dare you, you know?
Right, right.
But if you want to see how a game is played and how the fans react, come to a Liberty game. You
right.
will have fun. I mean, the difference in the crowd between the Nets and the Liberty is 10,000% difference.
I understand.
Tell us how. Tell us
Sometimes I
how.
feel like Nets fans are a little bit too cool. Like everybody needs
Right.
to be a little bit more laid back. But the
Well,
Liberty game,
Well, like I said, that's that Yormark thinking back in the day, Oh, we want to bring the cool. Brooklyn, yeah, we're cool, but we're gritty. You got to get that
Right.
stank on there, that down and dirty and stuff like that. That's
Right.
Brooklyn. Brooklyn's not the new millennial Williamsburg, whatever, whatever. We remember Williamsburg when it was crack dealers and
yeah, we
prostitutes
got a
and
lot.
stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, where they were shooting almost every day and whatnot.
Mhm.
Now, it's all the what's going on, whatever.
Yuppie,
Right.
Thank you.
yuppie,
You
uppity.
know,
Right.
yeah, that's
Connecticut
not
muffin.
Brooklyn. Right, that's not Brooklyn. Brooklyn is a melting pot of everybody, but Brooklyn, if you want to talk the real Brooklyn, you got to talk about Brooklyn 40, 50 years ago. That's the Brooklyn that we need to bring into Barclays. But
Mhm.
The Liberty, most of the fans have been fans from day one back in Madison Square Garden. So you've got that culture of everybody, that vibe of having, and it's not just all women, it's families. It's very family oriented. You can bring your kids there.
Nah,
Everybody's going to have a good time.
yeah, I got a friend, Trevor. His pastime is bringing his daughter to the Liberty game, and I wanted you to speak more to it because I want to hear from you because he was saying some of along the lines that he remembered the fan base and how it grew. Like
Right.
he was a fan as soon as they came to Brooklyn, and from when they started there to them winning the WNBA championship, just how the fan base grew. And like you said, he said the same thing. He said, "Yo, bro, I know you never been to a WNBA game, but it's electric in that building. Like
Yeah.
the fans love the Liberty, like they love basketball." I was like, "Worry, like yo, I take my daughter. I got season tickets with my daughter. Like that's
Yeah.
how he felt. You know what I'm saying?"
The WNBA fans are true fans. It don't matter if you're white, black, gay, lesbian, male, female, trans, whatever. WNBA fans are true fans, and I really think they're more true than NBA fans. Because NBA fans,
Wow.
you're a team, you're a fan of this guy, that guy. You might be a fan of one team. Liberty fans and WA fans are fans of their team. That's it. They live and die by that team and everything like that. And we've traveled with the Liberty also to other places and everything. Yo,
Mhm.
they've treated us like crap, and we're like, yo, we love it. Every time we went to the playoffs with the Liberty in Phoenix and Minnesota. Yo, my husband and I, we make noise. In other arenas, you get to the free throw line, it's quiet as hell.
Right,
Don't
Mhm.
let Dawn and Johnson be in the building because
right.
it's gonna be a party. It's gonna be some
Mhm.
noise. We're gonna bring some noisemakers. We're gonna make sure they've missed some fouls. Yo, I've had people curse me out because of a foul. I remember one time going back to the NBA. I remember one time we went to Utah. I made so much noise that the French guy, what not Wembayama, the other one,
Rudy
Rudy
Gobert.
Gobert. Yo, he cursed me out so bad because I made him miss
What?
like five
Not the
times in a row.
baguette.
Yo, man, it was crazy. He was like, "Ah." I was like, yo, don't curse me out because I'm gonna get louder now. Now I'm gonna make it
Right,
even
let him
worse
know.
and everything, you know? Yeah,
Right.
you're gonna know that we in the building and everything like that. And we bring the block with us. We're like, yo, somebody, even with the WNBA, somebody boo that girl, you know? Yeah, man. Oh,
Mhm.
we bring it, people. It was so bad. They put a Reddit post on us, blocked out our faces with the clown emoji
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
and everything when we went to Minnesota.
Honor.
Their own fans were like, "Yo, how could you clown these two? They came from their hometown to root for for their team. You can't clown them. You didn't like that they booed us. That's part of the game.
Right.
Mhm.
Booing is part of the game when your opposing team is at the free throw line. You don't like it?
Right.
Boo us then. I don't care. Make some noise. Travel
Right.
Right.
with your team. You sitting there like a statue. You could have stayed your ass home and watched it on TV,
Mm.
and
Yo,
save yourself some
listen,
money.
That's one
I
thing I
love
never
it.
get when people come to the game and sit there, just try to act too cool. Enjoy the environment. You
Thank
in there,
you.
make some noise, turn up, talk to the people next to you, get into the game.
That's right. I mean,
Right.
I love. Look, it's all in fun. We were at the game the other day with the Celtics. The girl had a Celtics jersey on and everything. We're going back and forth with each other, but it's all love, especially
Yeah,
when it's
respectful.
women. It's respectful because, like I told her, I said, look, there's so few of us. We gotta, even though we on different teams, we're still rooting for each other because we're women and we gotta stick together against everybody else. So, but as long as we're respectful with each other, that's all that matters in everything.
Yeah,
Earlier,
no, absolutely.
the Unrivaled. I wanted to ask you about that. I know we've been talking about the WNBA a lot, but I feel like Unrivaled is a league for the players, by the players, and I just want to know how you felt about them.
Unrivaled is fantastic. You get stock options in there. I heard you saw a little bit about it during the Olympics. It's 3-on-3. It's a lot faster. It showcases the women and their ability more than the 5-on-5 and everything like that. So it's a lot fast pacer game and everything, but they take care of their women. I mean,
Mhm.
if you've, like I said, if you've never been to a WNBA and you
Yeah.
can make it to either one, I highly, highly recommend it. You get
Okay.
the people, the hell with that, da, 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 da. Who wants to watch that crap old league anyway? But you on the posting about it. If
Mm.
you didn't like the WNBA, why are you commenting on a post about the WNBA?
Right.
Mm. You
So
got a favorite?
obviously,
You got a
you
favorite
know.
player on Liberty? You got a favorite player on Liberty?
Um, Tasha Cloud. I love Tasha.
Okay.
I love Tasha. I love Stewie. I love Sabrina. I love JJ. We love them all, but Tasha's good.
I think she got one of the best jerseys in the WNBA, the Cloud 9 jersey. That's fire.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fire.
Mhm.
So I mean, it is. She's just like a people person.
Okay.
She did an autograph signing the first game of the season, and she saw my chain. She goes, "Yo, I like what you got going on there. I like the layered look and everything like that."
That's what's
So she's
up.
like, "Yo, I gotta step my game up. I gotta step my game up." And the next thing I know, I saw her. She had a little Yankee charm on and everything like that. So I was like, "Yo, Tosh, she from Philly, but she got a Yankee charm on." I'm like, "Oh, okay. I gotta talk to her about that." You
Looking
know.
to influencing the players.
Right.
Hey.
Motivation. You
You
know what I'm
know, oh
saying?
man, everybody's looking at everybody else's fit. That's the difference
Hmm.
between now and 30 years ago. People didn't put a fit together as much as they do now and everything. Because look, the first thing you do, you pick out a shirt and then you're like, okay, what hat am I gonna wear and what sneakers am I gonna go with the hat?
No,
You
that's
know,
one thing about
Right.
you. You always got the whole fit on. You be having the players on the
Right.
shirts. You having a hat to match everything. It's
Hmm.
coordinated.
right? Well,
Yeah.
for the shirt, shout out to 500level.com and Ryan Donovan. I love those guys over there and everything like that. That's where I get a lot of my Nets and Yankees stirs clothes from. 500level.com. Very good company.
And you had your own uh code, right?
Yes, yes, I'm an ambassador with
Yeah.
500level.com. So if you guys want shirts, it's Jeannie
For sure.
30. Yeah, Jeannie 30. You get 30% off on shirts and everything like that. So, use the code. Tell them that you love the shirts. Tell them I sent you there and
Right.
everything. And
Hmm.
that's how we spread the love out there with that company and everything like that. So I'm trying to make a deal happen. Because they're trying to
Indeed.
get Don Mattingly for years. So I spoke to Donnie's agent. I said, "Yo, this company's trying to get you. Hook up with them, and I'm trying to get them together. So fingers crossed and
You
everything
heard it
like
here
that."
Fingers
first,
crossed, for
folks.
sure.
Go get your shirts. You know what I mean? Genie
you know?
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
So
Um, I'm gonna have that information probably scrolling across, after this. Again, like
yes,
I said, warm welcomes. You more than welcome to pull up. And again, as you already know, we need the female voice on this page. Again, if
most
you didn't hear me
definitely.
before, the demographic is 99.6% male and 0.4% female. So trust me, you're welcome. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you so
Um,
much, guys.
Yeah,
and
thank
yeah,
you.
I wanted to say this was great. I want to say thank you to This Is JTV. I want to say thank you to Dawn Risueño,
Risueño.
Yo, rest.
Right. You'll
again,
get it.
Mrs. Nets, for this conversation. And again, it was dope meeting you. This podcast was dope.
Thank you.
And I do want to hear how you feel about the rookies after whenever convenient for you. You know what I'm saying? You can always pull
Right.
up. It's a revolving door. Just let us know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Thank you so much, guys.
we usually live after every game. So if you ever want
Okay.
to come on after the game and talk about the game, we always doing that.
Okay, like I said, most definitely. I'm always available. Just let me know if I'm not on the road, even if I am on the road, and I can give you, 5, 10 minutes and whatever. I
Great.
I am I am right here to help you guys out, and we'll talk
I just
basketball.
I just want to read the comments before you leave. It says, Dren 23, moderator on this page, he said, Miss Dawn got a great vibe. Claude Smith, you
Thank
know what I'm
you.
saying? He said, I hope you bring Dawn back on your show on a more regular basis. She's great. So I'm just letting you know, it's a general consensus. It's not just me and Jay saying that. The
And
chat
Brandy
saying the
said Dawn is
same
fire. You know Brandy that I'm always with at the games.
thing.
Right.
She
Hi,
definitely gonna show you love.
Brandy.
You
Thank you
you
so much.
are this, and if y'all don't know, this is Net's first lady. This is, you know what I'm saying, who she is.
Thank
That's
you.
just what
Thank
it
you.
is.
Like I
So
said,
thank you.
anybody, right? Anybody, you come to the game. I'm in section 3, right there at the top. Come by, give me a shout out, say hi, get you a burger.
And we're gonna have the thing across the screen for y'all to get y'all some t-shirts. So
Most definitely. Yes. Like I said, it's JEANNIE 30 500level.com. It's not just basketball shirts, it's football, it's baseball shirts. Like I said, I got the Aaron Judge one on today and everything like
nice.
that. So they got great shirts out there and everything, pull up.
All right. All right, y'all. Y'all already know Nets fans is the best.